wanna get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts. Cause I just wrote a song about how I'm gonna kick all your butts.
Stop him before he starts singing!
With it being the 85th anniversary of Batman this year and Joker 2 recently releasing, I thought it would be a nice idea to look at all 10 live-action Batman films, as well as Lego Batman, and rank them all from worst to best, because it's about time I did this, and because I finally watched all of them. And why Lego Batman as well? Because it's my video and the film is peak, so I'm going to talk about it. Let's go!
In the darkest night, I make the bad guys fall. There's a million heroes, but I'm the best of them all, yeah!
Number 11 is Batman vs Superman. Yes, lower than Batman and Robin. Yes, lower than Batman Forever, because at least those films have colour and a bit of sauce. This film is sauceless and stupid, and I hate it for that. It's miserable and grey to look at, and I was generally bored for the majority of the runtime. Also, I hate how their conflict is concluded in one film just for the film to throw a random Doomsday boss fight at the end of the film. Imagine the pair still had tension throughout the whole DCEU. It would be interesting, but then again, most of the DCU is lackluster. This film was just miserable for all the wrong reasons. 4 out of 10.
Who has the coolest gadgets? Who has the tricked out ride? Who does the sickest backflips? Batman, yeah!
Number 10 is Batman and Robin. This film is silly as fuck, but has Uma Thurman as Poison Ivy, who is irresistibly charismatic in the role, and Batman stronger than me because I would have folded the instant she spoke to me. Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze is weird. And why is George Clooney Batman? Well, who knows. But it's just about silly enough to stop you hating it as much as BVS, and that's good enough for me. 5 out of 10. Number 9 is Batman Forever. Honestly, probably interchangeable with the previous one for me. It's just as silly and goofy with Jim Carrey being Jim Carrey as the Riddler, and Tommy Lee Jones replaces the legendary Billy D. Williams as Harvey Dent and Two-Face. Both silly and the over-the-top portrayals of the villains. Val Kilmer takes on the role of Batman and honestly does an okay job. The plot is silly as the Riddler wants to steal everyone's intelligence while they're watching TV, which is absolutely ridiculous. 5 out of 10.
You think my muscles are big? You haven't seen my brain. Ladies, it's okay if you stare. Why?
Number 8 is Batman 66. This is perhaps the most out of place Batman film on this list, and it's honestly because of how old it is. It is almost 60 years old, and it definitely shows. This is such a campy and exaggerated film in so many aspects. Like the scene of Batman trying to dispose of the bomb on the pier. It's so silly, but for some reason it's still such an iconic Batman image and the scene that you kind of admire. This film is so silly and camp that compared to the previous ones, it's a fun watch, especially in retrospective to the time. 6 out of 10.
I get the last laugh, I get the final grin. Throw you into the asylum with Harley Quinn. Turn Two-Face to black and blue face. I 100% am not Bruce Wayne.
Number 7 is Batman Returns. A film that doesn't really have an arc for Bruce Wayne or Batman, but has him tied into the theme of lonerism of the Penguin and Selena Kyle as Catwoman, played by Danny DeVito and Michelle Pfeiffer. But like how Catwoman gets her powers is she falls off a building and dies and is resurrected by cat skin and cat-like reflexes. It's so weird, but it's still a fine watch. Tim Burton's Gotham is so dark and perfect in my opinion, and the snow setting complements it perfectly. 7 out of 10.
Who's the manliest man? With the buns of steel. Who could choke hold a bear?
Number 6 is Batman 89. Michael Keaton's first outing as the Caped Crusader was a cultural reset for what people knew the character to be after 66. While still camp, it's a darker take on the character, and the take that has stuck around until now. Most people associate Batman as a character like he is in this film, dark and mysterious. It's a fun little film with Jack Nicholson having a bit of fun in his Joker role. And now we're getting to the good stuff. 7 out of 10.
Who never skips leg day? Who always pays their taxes?
Number 9 is The Dark Knight number 9?
Who never skips leg day? Who always pays their taxes?
Number 5 is The Dark Knight Rises. While a bit long, the final Batman film from Christopher Nolan is a perfect conclusion to the trilogy, with Bane as the central villain and Catwoman played by the wonderful Anne Hathaway also features in the film. It's a film with Gotham learning they still need the Batman when their city is threatened again, with an emotional sacrifice at the end, with an ending up for interpretation. Did he die or survive thanks to autopilot? It doesn't matter because both are perfect for the end of Bale's journey as the Dark Knight. 9 out of 10.
Who has the coolest gadgets? Who has the tricked out ride? Who does the sickest backflips?
Number 4 is Batman Begins. A perfect start to Nolan's trilogy, exploring how Bruce Wayne becomes Batman and why, stemming from Falcone.
And you always fear what you don't understand.
And that's why you fear the Batman. Christian Bale is great in both the roles of Bruce Wayne and Batman, although his Bat voice is certainly a little silly. Batman contrasts Ra's al Ghul in their quest for Gotham. Bruce believes he can save it, and Ghul wants to tear it down as he believes it is far too gone. It's a great Batman origin film, 9 out of 10.
Who's the manliest man? With the buns of steel? Who could chokehold a bear?
Number 3 is the Lego Batman movie. Every single Batman rolled into one in Lego form. A perfect exploration of Batman and his lonerism, and how it isn't something healthy. Throughout the film, he learns to open up his heart to allow for friends and villains alike. It's funny, gorgeous to look at, and all the other Warner Brothers films' villains were a funny inclusion. When I say this is more than just a kids' film, I fucking mean it. Lego Batman may be one of the greatest things ever. Even in the Lego movie, he was pretty funny. 9 out of 10.
Who are you here to see?
I'm here to see your butt.
Is that last name Bud, first name yours? Oh my gosh!
Wham! Kazap! First try. Who never skips leg day? Who always pays their taxes?
Number 2 is The Dark Knight. Everyone knew this would be up there, right? However, why is it not number 1? Well, I just think it's not a perfect Batman film. As a crime thriller that involves Batman, it's perfect, 10 out of 10, no notes. But while Batman has his moments, such as the ending, it suffers on that front due to the Joker being absolutely incredible. A maniac who just wants to watch the world burn unless the Batman unmasks himself. And Harvey Dent, a symbol of good in Gotham, corrupted by the Joker, that Batman has to take the fall for his murders. Since Gotham needs Harvey Dent more than him at the moment. Heath Ledger is terrifyingly fantastic as the Joker. May he rest in peace. 10 out of 10. But after a rewatch, it's safe to say that Matt Reeves' The Batman is the best Batman film ever made. Less is sometimes more, and that's certainly the case with how careful every movement and minimal amounts of dialogue Robert Pattinson gives are. His cowl and overall suit may actually be my favourite they've ever done because it's so slick and clean. Bruce realising the impression he's leaving isn't the right one because the Riddler was inspired by him is the true birth of Batman in this film. As he cuts the cord to let vengeance die and be baptised and reborn as the Batman. From the person he saved being scared of him at the start of the film to the girl not wanting to let go of him at the end, it's perfect story. The car chase scene is some of the coolest shit I've seen in a film, and Gotham honestly feels more alive as its own character than it ever has before. All the performances are great as well. Pattinson as Batman and Bruce Wayne is honestly fantastic. He fits the world Reeves created perfectly. Andy Serkis as Alfred is great. Colin Farrell is unrecognisable as the Penguin, and he's great in the role as well. And Paul Dano as the Riddler is truly eerie and terrifying. And thank God we finally got a Batman film where he focuses on finding clues to unravel a mystery. And even fails because he's still young and learning. Also, the Riddler essentially being a Twitch streamer is the funniest shit in the world. A very well put together and well thought out Batman film, and I can't wait to see what Matt Reeves does next with the franchise. 10 out of 10. But that's my ranking of every Batman film plus Lego Batman. There's certainly a range of quality here, but that's fine because it's still Batman. What's your favourite film and who's your favourite in the role of Bruce Wayne and Batman? Comment below. See you soon. Peace out.